Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my new live stream. I am meteorologist Tim Kenny. Thank you all so much for joining me right here on Leeman's Weather, where we are still talking about the tropics. Most of you know that Tropical Storm Fred formed last night as a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm. It started just as all storms do off the western coast of Africa. It really rushed through the whole entire eastern Atlantic. It brought a lot of impacts to the Lesser Antilles and Leeward Islands, and has now just made landfall on the the southeastern coast of Hispaniola as a 40-mile-per-hour tropical system. We are forecasting this to decrease in strength and then regain strength again. The reason why it's going to decrease in strength is because as it heads over the central portions of Hispaniola, the topography in that general area is not really great as far as tropical systems go. They have a lot of very high mountains and all that stuff, and whenever the center of low pressure of a tropical system can get over any of those areas, it will immediately decrease in strength, because you all know in order for a tropical system to maintain its strength, it has to be over the open ocean waters of any body of water, and if it's over land, it can't do that. Now, as soon as it gets past Hispaniola, we are forecasting the center to either ride right along the northern coast of Cuba or stay just to the north of that. And if that happens, if the center stays just to the north of the coast, that will lead to more strengthening and potentially make it become a hurricane right before it makes landfall somewhere either along the Panhandle of Florida or the Big Bend. So let's bring open these curtains and let's start right here and talk about what we're currently seeing. So obviously here's our main story. Tropical Storm Fred once again has just made landfall just off the southeastern coast of Hispaniola, and then back off towards the west. we have Invest 95L. That one has about a 30% chance of forming right now. However, I just looked at the models before I started live streaming, and I'm not too happy with the models right now. Even though they're saying that this is a 30% chance, the models are showing that we're going to be seeing a very well-defined system work its way throughout the whole entire southeastern Atlantic Ocean and really take the same track as Tropical Storm Fred is. So we now have two different areas of possible development. Obviously, we have Tropical Storm Fred and Invest 95L, which currently has a 30% chance of development. Honestly, if I was making the predictions, I would give this about a 60% chance of development, but I don't work for the National Weather Service or the National Hurricane Center just yet, so I can't make those predictions. Welcome, Al Luki, to the stream. Glad to have you here. So let's talk about what we're currently seeing right now as far as Invest 95L goes on the satellite. The center is somewhere right in here. As you can see, most of the action, or I guess you could say all the action, is on that western side. There's really nothing going on as far as thunderstorm action goes on the eastern side of it. However, definitely on the western side of it, we definitely have a lot to look at. And this, I don't have a forecast cone made, but this particular system is going to be taking the exact track as Tropical Storm Fred is currently taking right now. But now to our main topic, Tropical Storm Fred. Here is the latest advisory as of 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time from the National Hurricane Center. The location of it is 18.5 north, 70.4 west. As you can see, it has decreased a little bit in strength. With the last advisory, it was a 45 mile per hour tropical storm, and now it has decreased to about 5 miles an hour, and is now down to a 40 mile per hour tropical system. And the pressure has increased just a little bit. We were at 1,006 the last advisory, and we have now increased that to 1,007, indicating that we are definitely seeing a lot some weakening due to the center now over a landmass, and we're still seeing that west-northwest motion at about 16 miles an hour. And here's a look at the satellite imagery. If you look right here, we were seeing a lot more thunderstorms firing up earlier today, but thankfully now that the center is now over the center of Hispaniola, we are starting to see that a lot of the action decrease. More of the action is now increasing along the coastline right here and also along the northeastern side of it, as those outer bands are rotating counterclockwise around the center of rotation. But thankfully, once again, we are seeing the system weakening quite a bit at this point in time. Now, this is what we all want to see. Where is the system going to go in the next couple of days? All right. So here we are right now. We are basically right along the coastline of Hispaniola. As you can see, because it will be going over the center of Hispaniola, we are forecasting this to decrease in strength and become a tropical depression once again. It was a tropical depression when it had the name Potential Tropical Cyclone, or PTC6. Okay, and the reason why it's called PTC6, the number 6, is because Fred is the number 6 name on the list for this year. Now look at this. The center should be going either just right over the island of Cuba or just to the north. Now what that means is that if we see it go right over the center, right there where the little icon is, that means that we aren't going to be seeing the system strengthen at all while it's impacting Cuba. However, if we see it go just to the north of the coastline, then we could be seeing it strengthen because it'll be in the open ocean waters in between Cuba and also the Bahama Islands. So those are two possible case scenarios right now. It is too early to tell. Honestly, I don't think we'll know for a fact what is going to happen until it actually happens, considering we're only talking about a 20 to 30 mile radius difference within this system. Now, as we advance even further, we're still going to be seeing the system impacting Cuba going all the way from Thursday morning all the way into Saturday. So this system is going to be impacting the island of Cuba for a very long time and probably regaining some strength because it will be having some interaction with water, making it a tropical storm once again. So right now, a tropical storm forecast to become a tropical depression because of the land interaction with Hispaniola, and then regaining strength as a tropical storm as soon as it gets over the island of Cuba. And then as we advance even more further into Sunday and then even into Monday, we're still looking at a very strong tropical storm, possibly winds gusting upwards of 60 miles an hour. Now, take a look at this. We're only seeing the winds maxing out at 65 miles an hour. Now, I don't want any of you to focus on that number right now because if you remember with the last one that we had, Elsa, it really took the exact same path as as Fred is doing right now. And if you remember, before the system even, I guess you could say, formed, they were not expecting it to be a hurricane at all. And during its lifetime, it became a hurricane not one time, but 2 times. It became a hurricane right here in the Central Caribbean, and then as it widened up along the western coast of Florida, it became a hurricane again. So with that being said, even though it only says it's maxing out at 65 right now, it is nowhere out of the question for Fred to become a hurricane during its lifetime. Now, when will that happen? I'm not sure. My guess is probably as soon as it gets over the open ocean waters of the Gulf of Mexico, that will most likely be the time, considering it'll be really near no land masses beside the western coast of Florida. And then also, you can see that as soon as it gets in this general area, it'll also start to be taking a little bit of a turn northeastward. So with that being said, states of Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and even right up along the coast, you need to be watching the system very, very closely too. And also, my friends here across the Gulf Coast, don't let this system get out of your hair yet. Even though we're forecasting it to stay on the eastern side of the Gulf, it could go way more westward right now. That's why they call it the cone of uncertainty. These things are so uncertain. The center could go right here, right here, right here. They can go anywhere it wants, okay? This is just what all the models are somewhat in agreement with, that it will be heading somewhere in this general area. But with that being said, if you live from Dallas, Texas, all the way up to Boston, Massachusetts, please, please, please watch this system very, very closely, especially if you live in Florida, the Panhandle of Florida, Alabama, Georgia, and South and North Carolina. Okay, those are the main states that we're going to be focusing on the most as of right now. So here are these spaghetti models, and what these are all different models giving you their own opinion of what they think this system is going to do right now. Okay, most of the models are in agreement that the center is probably going to stay just to the north of the coastline of Cuba. Then it'll head either into the North Atlantic, parts of the North Atlantic for just a very small period of time, and then it'll shoot into the southeastern Gulf, and then really right up along the whole entire eastern coast. Now, estimate landfall somewhere right here, okay? This is probably going to make landfall a little bit more eastward than that. If you all remember, a little bit more westward than that. If you all remember, back in 2016, we had Hurricane Michael, which made landfall in between Panama City Beach and Mexico City Beach as a Category 4. We're probably looking at a landfall somewhere in that general area. Now, is it going to be a hurricane? Is it going to be a tropical storm? I don't know yet, considering we're expecting winds right now to top out at 65. It's really, really, really too soon to tell. As soon as the system probably gets somewhere in this general area, we'll have much more information. And look at that. As I just said, as soon as it gets on land, it will start to make a eastern turn, heading towards Georgia, South North Carolina, and maybe even getting up to Virginia, the Mid-Atlantic, maybe even the Ohio River Valley, okay? So we have so many different areas that are going to be, in play for right now. Obviously for right now, Georgia, Florida, South North Carolina, those are our main states to focus on. But down the road, as soon as the system really, gets some, I guess you could say speed behind it back and it starts moving, then we can worry about those states then, okay? So here's the intensity model guidance. As you can see, because of all the land interaction that it will be having as far as Cuba and also Hispaniola goes, we're expecting really the system to really make a tropical system, or excuse me, a tropical storm throughout the next 24 to 48 hours. However, as soon as it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, some of the models are now showing they could get a little bit more stronger, okay? So about 60 miles an hour is right where these two little lines are, okay? Those are the two models that we're forecasting to show the most strength when it comes to this. And then thankfully, as soon as it makes landfall, it will immediately decrease in strength because it will have a lot more land interaction with the southeastern United States as far as that goes. Now, when I talk about strengthening a system, we look for 3 things when it comes to strengthening tropical systems. You have to have very warm sea surface temperatures, you have to have a lot of available atmospheric moisture, and you cannot have any wind shear, okay? So, in case you don't know what wind shear is a very sudden change in wind direction that is very, very fast. So when that happens, it usually happens in areas that have a lot of atmospheric moisture, and atmospheric moisture is like candy to hurricanes, okay? We all like candy, okay? I like candy. I'm guessing you like candy. Everybody that I know likes candy, okay? We all want candy, and so does hurricanes, okay? The candy for hurricanes is basically atmospheric moisture. However, if wind shear is in a place that has atmospheric moisture, it can easily push that moisture away from the system and not allow it to strengthen, okay? And that is also what we're going to be seeing. As it heads over Hispaniola and Cuba, we're going to be seeing this system interacting with a lot of wind shear, and that will also lead to further decreasing in strength. So once again, you have to have very warm sea surface temperatures, you have to have a lot of atmospheric moisture, and you have to have a lot, and you really can't have any wind shear, okay? So as you can see, our center is right in this general area. We're seeing sea surface temperatures right now in the low 80s. As we progress westward into the portions of the North Atlantic, and then also getting now into the Eastern Gulf, the sea surface temperatures warm up just a little bit, getting into the mid 80s, and that will be the continuing trend as we advance here into the Eastern Gulf of Mexico. Now, as far as impacts go for the Floridian coast, here are a couple different impacts that I think that we could see. We could definitely be seeing some very heavy rain. From the latest models that I looked at, I would be shocked if places in southern Florida, like Key West and Miami, if they didn't get over 5 inches of rain, okay? I'm just saying that there. We could definitely be seeing some very moderate rainfall at times, okay? As far as storm surge go, depending on how strong the onshore push is when the system is affecting the Floridian coast, that will determine how strong it will be. But really, I don't think we're going to be seeing anything more than minimal, so that's definitely a good thing. As far as wind damage goes, considering we could see wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour, we could see a little bit of wind damage in that moderate stage, but I really don't think we'll be seeing anything like that, considering right now Fred is not forecasted to become a hurricane, and then thankfully going over to the severe side, I'm not really forecasting any tornadoes unless we can get enough wind shear and wind direction in the atmosphere. That could lead to a couple of spin-ups in the atmosphere, but right now at this point in time, I don't think I'm gonna be seeing any of that. So that is definitely a good sign. So that is basically all I have to show you all. I only see 2 comments right now in the live chat. Whoever's watching, feel free to comment down any questions, comments, or concerns you might have, and I'll be more than happy to go back to any slide you want and update you on what's going on. If any of you have any questions, whether it be about me, myself, Fred, my channel, or anything else in weather that involves weather, feel free to leave those down in the comment box, and I'll be more than happy to answer those too. That's what I'm here. I'm here to inform you all and get you up to date on what is going on with whatever is going on, whether it be Fred, a tropical system, severe weather, or anything that involves weather. My job is to make sure that you are up to date on the most you can be on every single topic out there, okay? All right, I appreciate the 3 likes we also have on the stream. That helps out the channel a lot. And also, I really want to give you all a shout out, whoever is subscribed to my channel. I am now at 240 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I honestly did not think I was going to be anywhere close to that amount of subscribers this early in my career, okay? My goal this year was to get 100 subscribers by June 21st. I was at 100 in March, okay? I think it was actually April. I was at 100 subscribers 2 to 3 months before my goal, okay? And a month and a half later than that, 2 months and a half later than that, I am now 140 more away from that goal. So to all of you who are subscribed, I cannot thank you enough for all the support you have given me. Whether it's my family members, my friends, anybody out there that has chosen to support me in my career, I don't know how to say thank you enough. Okay, let me just put it there. Appreciate the support, Mr. Lukey. Appreciate that. All right, so it is now 4:16 p.m. I'm going to give you to 4:20 to ask me anything you might have. I'll be more than happy to answer anything any questions, comments, or concerns you might have. If any of you are not aware that I'm giving away free stickers on my channel, this is exactly what the sticker looks like right here. I currently am giving away free stickers to my new subscribers. All you have to do is go to my website at www.liamsweather.org. Scroll down to on my homepage until you see the little subscribe icon, and then there's gonna be a little button right there that says like customize channel sticker support form or like anything else like that. If you click that and fill it out, showing me that you are a subscriber to my channel, I'm going to randomly select 1 out of 10 entries that I get, and they are going to get this one-of-a-kind customized channel sticker as a thank you from me for supporting me and my career. So once again, in order to get that, you have to go to my website at www.liamsweather.org. Scroll down on my homepage until you see my little subscribe icon. There's going to be a little button below that says like customized channel sticker, form or whatever. As soon as you fill that out, I need your first and last name. I need your shipping address. Don't worry, nobody's gonna figure this out. As soon as I ship it to you, if you are a winner, I'm going to immediately trash it. So your shipping address is completely private. And then I also need you to show that you are subscribed to my channel. You can't have it unless you are subscribed to my channel. Okay? And as soon as I get 10 entries of that, I'm going to schedule a live stream on my YouTube channel, and I will randomly select one of them out of 10, and they're going to get an amazing one-of-a-kind customized channel sticker from me as a thank you for supporting my career. Alright, so it is now, I just saw your comment. So do you think, do you not think that Myrtle Beach will see any problems with the storm? Right. It's honestly too early to tell. Right now, I'm not really seeing anything. However, when it makes that turn northeastward, if it gets enough eastward, we could see a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms. If we do get anything, it's not going to be anything out of the ordinary. It'll just be like, a regular scattered shower or thunderstorm that we usually see on a daily basis. So as far as Myrtle Beach goes and the entire the entire South Carolina coast, if you see anything, you're just going to see a couple of different scattered showers and thunderstorms. Mostly it's going to be all inland. The more inland you are, the better chance you have of seeing this. If the system was more in the Atlantic, then it would be more of a coastal problem for South Carolina. But because we're coming from the west, if you're more to the west, that'll be your better chance of seeing anything. So to answer your question, what do I think Myrtle Beach is going to get? Just a couple of different scattered showers and thunderstorms. As far as when that's going to happen, probably sometime of the middle portions of next week. But if you do get anything, it'll just be a couple of different scattered showers or thunderstorms. You will not see anything like what portions of Hispaniola, Cuba, and the Florida coast are going to see. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Alright, it's now 4:19. I'm going to give you guys one more minute to ask me anything that you might have, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's live stream. And also, once again, please be on the lookout for Invest 95L. This is also heading westward, and this could be taking the exact track as Fred and Elsa are currently taking. Okay, so even though our main story right now is Fred, don't count out Invest 95L, because that one could be either as strong as Fred and Elsa is, or even stronger than both of them. Okay. All right, so it is now 4:20. So that goes ahead and wrap up today's live stream. Thank you all so much for joining me right here on Lehman's Weather, and trust me to bring you up to date on the latest coverage for Tropical Storm Fred, or should I say maybe even Hurricane Fred. Who knows? Could it become a hurricane? Who knows at this point? Honestly, it's too early to tell. And with that being said, I'll be posting a brand new video this upcoming Friday, the day after tomorrow, with the latest update on Fred. And then also in the afternoon, I haven't decided what time it's going to be at, but sometime in the afternoon, this upcoming Friday, I will be doing a brand new live stream, just like I'm doing right now, with the latest information on this system. And then as it's going to make landfall, there will be another live stream. And God forbid, it becomes a local threat, I'll be doing another live stream. So I will be doing live streams and updates all across the path of the system to make sure you are updated on the most amount of information that you can be when it comes to Tropical Storm Fred. Alright, so that basically goes ahead and wrap up today's live stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button in order to win that sticker. Please be sure you are hitting that notification bell so that way you get notified immediately whenever I post a brand new video. And also be sure to click that like button if you are enjoying the content. Alright, so that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe.